I learned most of what I know about visitor experience by designing a haunted house. I was approached by another designer who wanted to do this and needed a year and a half to raise the funds. So I suggested we get together every Sunday afternoon for a year and a half and design a haunted house. We did tons of research. We analyzed what made people afraid. And we even came up with our own formula of fear, which was to set up their expectations, take away one of their senses, and then hit them with something totally unexpected. After doing lots of research on other haunted houses, we decided to do ours differently, where we would take a group of 15 people through at a time, as opposed to a long line of people going through one at a time. And one of the reasons we did that is we discovered that people at a public haunted house always know that, oh, I paid to come here, nothing's really going to happen to me, I'm really safe. So that was one of the fears that we wanted to overcome. So taking 15 people through at a time, nobody goes to a haunted house with a group of 15. They're a group of 3, a group of 2, a group of 5. So while they're in line, we would insert a plant person, one of our people. And he'd stand there like he's with this group here, or maybe with this group here, and everybody in line would accept him. And then at one point in the haunted house experience, he would say something inappropriate to one of our characters, and 2 shadowy individuals would come through and grab him and boom, take him out of there. We designed this to where there were 7 zones, and people would go through a zone, which might be 1 or 2 or 3 rooms, but they would do each zone in 3 minutes. So everything was ran with a soundtrack. And with the soundtrack, we'd use MIDI events to run lighting effects and run motors and strobes, etc. So we had a 24-track, what am I trying to say? We had a 24-track recording that's 3 minutes long, and it would go 3 minutes, and then go back and repeat itself 3 minutes. And the first 6 tracks might only go to zone 1, the next 3 tracks only to zone 2, et cetera, to where everything's clocked on this. So in each zone, we would do something to affect all 15 people. The roof may come down, forcing them to crawl into the graveyard they saw ahead, and other such events. One of the gags we did was being run over by a train. And we set them up like this. They would come in to they see a long hallway, and there was only one way to go. And so they would walk that way, and then in the distance they would see this ghostly figure going, which was done with a one-way mirror. She was actually offset to the side. And as they get closer to her, walking down this hall, they realize she's saying, "Don't go this way, go back, go." And when they turn around to go back, we've already we've moved the wall and the entranceway. So now they don't have to escape the way they came. And as they look down the hall, they would see a train, and we took a train and had the top part with the lights on it, and the bottom 3/4, which is the bulk of the train, it would only move 3 feet just through a slant of light, and then with the lit part above, where the lit part above would keep coming. So as far as they could tell, this whole train's coming at them. Also on the floor they've been walking on, it's a wooden floor with inset rails in it, and it's all floating on carpet pads. So it's a floating floor in which we had hooked up subwoofer drivers to it. So the floor starts to shake. They see this train coming apparently. The sound and the lights are riding on this electric go-kart coming over their heads. And we have middle school kids building up against the wall.